It's not just in the game, but the coaching staff as well, backed up by Blink. But IG, they are very much the super team that a lot of people expected, but just haven't really gotten to the super point just yet. Maybe their coach can help them out with that, but smokes out on both sides to start things bright and early. They want to lay down the vision. We've seen this be such an important part of the start of the games for these teams, just to have an idea about where the stacks are happening, where the rotations are coming from the supports. I gotta love Xnova. There's an early GLHF from him, you know. Oh, what was... Uh-oh. That was a little awkward. Naga Siren trying to save the earth or something, planting a little bit of a branch there instead of a ward. Gonna lose that one. A bit unfortunate.
Yikes.
Yikes.
Choose up another one, right? Realize I need that branch.
Yeah.
That's one every stat. I need that, please.
I love this though. Look at CTY taking the initiative, running out, and taking advantage of the Naga Siren's insane move speed. Knows that, okay, you know, I can get there faster, and I can probably get the jump on them in terms of planting this vision. You know what, supports, you guys group up, maybe get a kill down in this bot side. I got this. It's very proactiveness coming out. It's proactiveness coming out from the carry player. I like it.
Look what Xnova's doing, though. You know, recognizes that Team Zero are one of those teams that very fond of their stacks, especially now that you've got a Bristleback. So Xnova comes in, plants a nice deep ward blocking the Ancients, and it's in an interesting spot, too. So I don't think they're ever going to de-ward this. Maybe with 2 sentries, but I think you're pretty happy with that. The early economic damage that losing 2 sentries, it's pretty big. It's not the biggest thing at all, but you know, it'll start to add up if you don't get that ward. Maybe it gets dewarded again. It's the little things, the ward battles, the mind games. You know, it all adds up in a game of Dota 2. Runes are gonna go 2 for 2, and we do have Xnova Monet into the bottom lane. Falcon Blade queued up from the Morphling. Nothing too interesting. Xnova. We got aggressive onto Ice, but just some big old thunks from the trunk of Xnova. Nothing really to see down here. Mid lane is where our eyes are right now. 70 and nothing to say. It's going to be the big lane to watch. As like I said, I don't know how well Pugn's going to do against Kunkka. Obviously has the potential with that shield crash. And it might be a lane where I'd see 70 maybe buy a salve early, not early, but you know, might have to buy a salve at some point. As nothing to say, is able to keep the harass up for a long time on the Kunkka. Not just through the Torrents, but through the Tidebringer as well. And it's only going to get worse as levels come up for the Kunkka as well. Level 4 Tidebringer is a big old, not crit, but cleave. That's the word I'm looking for. Yeah. Big old cleave, extra 120 damage. It's very big.
Gonna be a lot of harass going back and forth here as the Pango. We can already see 7E queuing up that Orb of Corrosion, right? Probably looking to lay in. It's gonna be a nice bit of additional slow to perhaps chase down the Morphling on some of these rotations. That's really what I think is gonna make the difference. Monet, you know, he's gonna largely be safe thanks to Xnova down here. But if you bring 1 or 2 more heroes, maybe through some of those creative twin gate rotations like we saw, it might just be enough to burst down this Morphling. Side set on Xnova,
it very well
though.
Could be.
Trying to get him, but manages to sneak his way through the tree lines with the help of that healing from the Leech Seed as well. Able to walk it off.
Well, this is definitely one of those lanes that doesn't necessarily have the most burst potential, but does a lot of damage over time with the Fire Spirits, with the Quills. Monet's going to be in for a rough lane. Might have to buy extra regen in this lane. Maybe not with Xnova. You know, Treant Protector doing Treant things. Maybe the heals are enough. Maybe that's Xnova's job. Buy me more tangos, please.
Okay. Well, it really just is about survival in this bot side, right? Some Treant lanes are more kill lanes, but I think Xnova has one job, and it's to make sure the water boy survives. Most of the time it's the other way around. The water ensures the plant survives, but a bit of a symbiotic relationship here. Yeah, for the greater good, right?
To see it.
You'd love to see it. Okay. A very quiet early game so far, and understandably so. These lanes don't really scream kill threat to me. Just more so that everyone wants to get their levels, get their farm up, get the bag. In particular...
Yeah, I mean, if ZZ-Ku gets caught out, there is kill potential on the Pugna, but it's one of those times where you don't necessarily want to decrepify yourself if Cinderbrew is on top of you, you know? But JT not even gonna level Cinderbrew. Gonna level the clap and not the split, and the drunken brawler.
Yeah. We'll try and pressure CTY as much as possible. We'll see what happens when this guy goes unpressured on the Spectre. And just having a free game to himself. Able to ramp up in a big way. And end it in a very timely fashion here. Mid lane. Still relatively going very even. Yeah, everyone's coming out peaceful to start this morning, you know. I just had his breakfast. Not in the mood for any atrocities or bloodshed right here. Not particularly hungry anymore. Just happy to stay in their lane, chill out. Now, beyond, he's going to be able to get his way to a relatively unbothered Vanguard, right? Does this, you know, make this lane uninhabitable for the Morphling, or do you think he can still kind of survive here? What do you think is the...
I think it's okay. Like we kind of talked about, it's one of those times where Monet's just going to have to stay alive. Not necessarily try to trade into Beyond, but just have X-Nova keep him up. And X-Nova's gone for a great build, right? 0-1-1, keeps the Morphling up and alive. I wouldn't be surprised to see X-Nova completely skip out on Nature's Grasp early on.
Top side managed to get the pick off on a rotating ZZQ here. Boboka traces him and hunts him down. Doesn't allow 7E to get involved on that action. There's a little bit of help from Nothing to Say as well, with the X-Mark's probably pulling the Kanka, pulling the Pugna, sorry, back in place.
Curious if Ice is going to build an Urn of Shadows this game. Because it's Spirit Vessel is very good against Morphling. It is known. And to a lesser degree, it's good against everyone else on IG as well, right? Dark Willow, pretty good. Kunkka, nice and tanky. Negating the Treant heals. It goes a long way. Spirit Vessel will be a nice pickup, so it's up to Ice, I think. I don't think there's really anyone else to purchase it.
Oh, mid lane. The rotation coming in again. Boboka as well as Nothing to Say. Finally do in the Pangolier here. And it's just, I mean, this Kanka, we've seen what happens when it gets on the back foot. It takes a while to get up and ramped up and fulfills more of a utility role. But we've seen what happens when he gets off to a good start. You get an early timing on that Torrent Storm, suddenly the game feels unwinnable for your opponents.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, especially when you're a hero like Pango and Naga Siren that, you know, kind of want to play around the skirts of the fight, right? Skirting around the outskirts. How many times can I say skirt in one sentence?
Outskirts, the inskirts, the... Oh, no, yeah. We don't talk about the upskirts. Those are illegal.
No, we don't talk about those at all.
No upskirts. No upskirts.
No, thank you.
You know,
speaking of Urn of Shadows, JT has one.
You know,
no, I'm moving on from this
one. I just want to say 7E. The Pangos, I don't know whether you call it a shawl or a skirt thing. It's pretty nice, right? It's trailing off his tail as a nice...
like a cape? I don't know.
I mean, the cape goes off the back. Yeah, Crash, what are you talking about?
Well, no, capes can, like, I don't know, maybe you're right.
Unironically, this Naga skirt goes hard, right? This Immortal is so pretty.
yes, it does, absolutely. Yeah. Thought you weren't a fan of the Naga Siren Immortals. Have you changed your ways
look, I don't like the jellyfish hat. Okay. I think that's a little too extreme. Like, she kind of looks like it's like a beret, you know, like for what? But it's too big. So is it a beret? Is it a sun hat? One thing's for sure, Beyond is dead in this bot side, left alone by Ice. A very uncharacteristically quiet game for Ice so far. I think the mark of this player has been all the aggression in the lane in the early stage of the game. We see him rotate, we see him get things done. Feeling a bit neutered on the Phoenix for now. Hammered back by X-Nova.
It's definitely not a hero you can really make rotations on.
Oh, no. Don't give me that. Don't give me that. We've seen the Phoenixes come through in the mid lane and dive against...
And I've also seen them die, so I don't know,
they die. But you can make moves. That's the point. You can make moves.
Yeah, it just, like, I don't know. It doesn't feel too good into Kunkka, who's now got a level lead onto 7E. It just might be up to 7E now to find somewhere else on the map to start making moves, but... Yeah. Morphling's a hard kill. Brewmaster with his 6 is a hard kill as well. I don't really know if there's anywhere for 7E to necessarily gank, but definitely feels the need to.
I kind of feel like the target has to be the Morphling, but right now, the target for IG will be ZZQ. This poor Puck now only at the level 3. He's going to be able to TP out, though no way of putting a stop to that. Hits up play, understanding his opponents and what resources they had available here. Nothing to say. Oh, wow. I mean, he's just walking in here and starting to contest some of these stacks. You're gonna have to force CTY out. Oh, wow. Oh wow, I'm saying oh wow a lot because CTY, he doesn't have a point in the song. He might just be dead here. The combo is ready. In comes the Leech Seed and the Brewmaster. One clap is all it takes. JT will drop that Naga to the deck. And this is what happens when a Kunkka gets rolling. He can just walk forward. He has 1.5k HP with 2 bracers. And he is just controlling this entire top side.
I don't know what Team Zero are going to be able to do to start making moves around this map.
It has to be
Maybe
Pango.
It has to be Pango, but he's going to need a lot of help too. And Bristleback Naga, they're not the heroes to join.
Yeah. We've already seen this be a recipe of to certain doom for some of these teams so far, right? They put only one of their cores on a bit more of an action role, and both supports end up being damage dealers instead. So suddenly you're just relying on this Pango fully. You actually, now that I think about it, you look at this lineup, the disables that they have are Rolling Thunder and Net. I don't count Egg Stun because that takes 5 seconds to go off, and you have, at that point, you're making the active decision to stick around for it. And without these control tools, without these spells and setups that IG have in spades, you're just succumbing to the pressure. They're walking just about anywhere they want without any repercussions.
And I think that's why Morphling was such a beautiful pick for Monet, right? Monet, obviously a very good Morphling in his own right, but having a free Morphling game on top of that, I mean, what more can you ask for?
I really don't know. The main thing is we were talking about this Bristleback, you know, beyond when he's had free games, he's looked so good. But Bristleback, he needs to wait a little while before he gets to that Aghanims where he becomes a real threat. X-Nova, oh, he's hit him with the hide in the cranny, but it's not gonna matter. 70 readjusts the angle, you know, trigonometry, and knocks him down. Knocks him down straight to ZZQ, who's gonna be able to blast him with ease. Nothing to say again. The rotations from this Kunkka have just been so high impact. He's coming for... Oh no. Oh no, you can't let these stacks get...
Stacks.
Nothing to say, he's gonna spot it, and he's gonna have something to say about this. He's gonna call the whole squad. They can't let this come... They can't let this come to the Bristleback's hands. Launch a full-scale invasion here. 3 members. Split available, and the boat already used, but they're gonna start their work on this. Team Zero... They can't let this happen. We talked about them prioritizing the stack. Seems that IG did their research as well. And they just come and say thank you very much. Now Beyond will be back just to see all his hard cam cleared out. As EZQ, we talked about this. You don't really have the control. No Rolling Thunder for another 30. JT can just pop the split if he so chooses and crush this team fight. He's waiting for it for now. Bobakar under a lot of pressure. Pops the Terrorize. Falls to the lingering damage from the Fire Spirits. But here comes Monet cleaning up the Phoenix. It's a 1-for-1 for now. Make it a 2. As ZZQ goes down as well. Now Beyond, lifted up by the Primal Split, Storm Bruling. And with the setup, perfectly timed. This Bristleback doesn't stand a chance, dying again. And it's going to be a Monet double kill. IG strike in full force here. And they're ready to clean up the rest of these Ancients.
They're going to block it again too. Clean it up and block it. The amount of damage this is going to do to the side of Team Zero is immeasurable. I mean, it is measurable, to be fair. You could count how much, you know, count all the goals that add it all up. But the
once again, we're
damage,
not we're not mathematicians here. We're not gonna do that. Just like
magicians even.
Yeah, well, just like Miley Cyrus said, you pop it and then you block it with a sentry ward. That was a hit song in 2013.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's gonna get unblocked by ZZQ immediately though, so no,
Well done. Well
no
done.
real value coming out of it.
Nah, metal damage already done. 4k gold lead at 11-minute mark. Sure, you're not taking the mid tower just yet, but nothing to say is completely invulnerable with this Blade Mail double bracer.
I think a really big thing right now is that these supports aren't level 6. ZZQ and Phoenix, both of these heroes, I mean, Pugna a little bit less so. I mean, Life Drain is still very good. You'd love to have it, but the Phoenix Egg is like the whole point of that hero.
Oh.
Now, Sunray, Sunray's a close second, but the Egg in the team fight is very strong, and Ice Ice not being able to get that.
He's not even close. Like, he's not even like level 5 almost reaching for it. He's still struggling at the level 4. Like we said, very quiet game for this typically standout player for this lineup. In the mid lane, forcing 7E's roll out. It is an Arcane Rune roll, so it's not the end of the world here. Nothing to say, we'll play around with him. You wanna dance? I can dance. Have you seen the Kunkaton? That man can do a jig. Right now, he's gonna do a perfect setup straight onto this 7E Pango. Nice swashbuckle away, keeps him alive for now though, but X-Nova there with the overgrowth. We're gonna try punching him down. Another swash. That's that Arcane Rune coming into play. It's not enough damage. He lives on a sliver of HP. That is terrifying stuff when your tag team duo of your pos 5, pos 2 can just run at your tower like this in the face of all this, I guess, opponent heroes. They don't really do anything.
Dire's middle tower.
No, Bristleback's going to try his best to stand his ground, clear the creep wave, maybe defend the tower for a little bit. But like we said, there's no level 6 on this Phoenix, so what that you're here? It's a level 1 Sunray. GT's just going to walk out of it.
Yeah, JT has the split if need be, but without the roll, again, they know this. No diffusal as well. The damage, it goes up exponentially once you get that item, but until then, it's just a little bit of poke that the Train Protector can just help you through, and that's exactly what the Train Protector does, right? It can keep you sustained through the swashbuckles, through the quills. It's such a nice answer to this duo that Team Zero has. They can't afford to bring CTY involved into these engagements. Take a look at him. He knows as well. He has to play for the long run. Picks up the hand of Midas, has it running already. As their mid lane under threat, they're going to start losing match pace really rapidly.
Dire's middle tower.
And that's all tier 1s cleaned up. Monet were able to clean up the tier 1 tower while they were taking the Ancients, so with all those towers gone, this opens up a lot, like you said, of the map, and these Ancients are no longer a safe spot for Bristleback to farm.
I mean, hell, look at this Ancient camp on the side. Block, like, just fully spotted out by this ward as well.
Radiant's top tower is
of,
under attack.
A delay there, but yeah, we're right back into it. Nothing crazy. I think, you know, even the game was a little bit shocked at how fast Team Zero are losing ground. They're going to try and reclaim some of it, though. Level 6s on both their supports. This is what they were waiting for. Terrorize coming out, and there's the egg as well. Here comes the roll through. They're going to try and get the targets on the back lines. Bumping down Bobacat to start things off. Good engagement. But they're going to lose ZZQ. And that was all of their ultimates used already. JT, he's dropping low on the Brewlings. He should be able to try and turn it around the early end on the split. They'll try and combo up this Pango, but doesn't connect thanks to that song. Now they're netting up, nothing to say. Can they finish off this Kanka? Huge overgrowth from X-Nova on the sidelines. JT trying to TP out, but unsuccessful. And for the first time this game, Team Zero, on the back of their level 6s, take a very good engagement.
Yeah, that's absolutely exactly what they needed to do. You need to start, you know, there's no reason for IG to be playing, well, there is, right? They think they're the strongest players on the map right now. But with those level 6, they come in clutch for Team Zero, and I just don't think IG were expecting those supports to be level 6 right now.
Yeah?
I mean, it was a long time coming for sure, right? 15 minutes, you got to expect at least some sort of level 6.
Yeah, it really just goes back to Bobacar being focused down first in these fights, right? He now has the Yule, so that should buy him a bit of time. But if he goes down, that's a lot of their initial control gone, or at least low committal control. The rest of it comes through the ultimates in the Primal Split, in the Ghost Ship, and the Torrents. But yeah, nothing to say. He should have the Tidal Wave in short order, and that's going to be another tool for them to use here. Not sure whether he's going to pick that up or whether he's going to go straight for the Aghanims first, though.
So what do you think, Sneeze? I want to pick your brain here.
Dire's
How many
top tower
Midases do you
is
think
under
we're going to end
attack.
up in this game?
Radiant's
Oh,
bottom
we're
tower
going
is
through
No
this
looking,
again.
no looking allowed. Yeah, no looking allowed. I'm going
I'd
to go with
say-
like 5.
I'm going to go with like
4,
1.
4.
I'm going to go with like 1.
Okay.
top tower is under
Well,
attack.
I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, Sneeze, but you're already wrong. There's
Oh,
2
damn.
Midases online already. Naga Siren and the Brewmaster, but we have 2 more being queued up.
The Phoenix, he's going to get queued up for a quick breakfast platter here, the way he just got sank under. Nicely done from nothing to say. Just picks up that freebie.
Dire's middle tower is under
With
attack.
the egg, not choosing to commit it to preserve his life there. He needs to use it for the team fights.
Totally fair. X-Nova going to find CTY, or maybe CTY found X-Nova. Oh, ships in the night. Just, you know, gentleman's agreement.
No, I'm sure they saw each other, just, you know, realize there's nothing to be done here. Like we mentioned, CTY could build up towards the Orchid. We'll see what he chooses to go for. But that's going to amplify their aggressive potential for the Morphling, right? He has his own Manta, but if you're able to bait it out and silence him after, suddenly he can go down
Dire's
real
top
soon.
tower is under attack.
Yeah, speaking of ramping up, though, JT is starting to ramp up in his own rights, working on that Radiance. You know, 1,100 gold away from it, has the Sacred Relic, just needs that Talisman of Evasion, and Naga Siren Illusions aren't going to be able to really stand their ground between the Storm Panda and the Radiance from JT. It's a lot of illusion damage.
Yeah. Oh, the good news is that the Pango is 200 gold off his Blink, right? We talk about the Midases, these other items being queued up. That Blink Dagger is really going to change these engagements. 7E, when he did manage to target down the backline controlling supports on the side of IG, we already saw the impact of that. But yeah, I mean, once he's able to just kind of get on top of them, find a prime position to get a second bounce off, that's really going to start doing the team fight. Doing in the team fight of IG or whatever they're trying to set up here. Bear in mind, a lot of their control lies in chaining these disables, you know, timing them out properly against targets like the Naga Siren and the Pango who need to get the roll off. If he's able to disjoint that, suddenly things get a lot trickier for IG.
Yeah, very true. ZZQ gonna have to TPO. Does Nova want to cancel it with the overgrowth? He does. And this should be a dead Pugna.
It's just a dead Pugna though. ZZQ. Don't be too sad about that. He was getting some information for the squad, and that's gonna signal CTY's retreat. I see. Oh no. CTY. The circle's being drawn on top of his head. They might know that he's in the area. He's gonna be able to slide away though. Just in the nick of time. Meanwhile, 7E being hunted down in the triangle by Monet. No further chase is found though as he gets away with a sliver of HP. Not sure what he was doing there. Probably trying to find just maybe mess with the Morphling a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, if you catch Morphling farming low HP, very easy kill, right? Why not, right?
Mm-hmm.
I would say it's... I think most players are very happy when they find a low farming Morphling. CTY, a Song of the Siren.
Oh, JT, just pump fakes the split, wants to scare him into using the song a little bit here. With the Radiant, suddenly these illusions aren't that big of a problem for the Brewmaster anymore. I mean, he already had inbuilt evasion and some armor coming out from the various stances depending on what he chooses. But now, with the additional mischance and the damage, he can clear them out with ease.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Bedlam. Hello? Did I hear Bedlam? Yeah, I did.
Oh, you hear a boat in the mid lane. Nothing to say. Another setup onto Ice Ice. Not sure whether there's going to be enough damage before he just dives away though. But here comes the Torrent Storm. Just trying to hunt down this poor bird. Can't get the last touch off though. Ice Ice will be able to escape this. Still desperately trying to reach for this Phoenix. It'll be ZZQ who's the target. Lifted up and the Phoenix goes down. So does the Pugna. The split actually committed for this engagement. They'll move on and try and use this Earth ruling. But here comes the roll-up from the side. This is the control we were talking about. They're trying to get it on the Nothing Say, already eliminating Boboka. And they find anything else. It's just 2v3 here. The Naga Siren actually got a TP in. They know there's no split and they want to get this Brewmaster. But nice Nature's Grasp blocking their way, essentially acting as a wall for Beyond to have to just struggle and crawl through. And all things considered,
just picked up a DD.
I don't know whether you can still go, but all things considered,
Probably not.
the Monet Morphling, he has the Shadow Blade, but he's still just farming away. The Nagas very much matched him in terms of CS, and sure, these two heroes use it differently, but IG, you know, when does the Morphling want to get involved? Because he doesn't seem bothered in the slightest.
Gotta be Silver's Edge, right? Gotta be the point where you're looking to start killing off this Bristleback. He just finishes Aghanim Scepter. So, hopefully gonna start to ramp up with that Silver's Edge, as that Orchid has also been completed by CTY, just like you said.
Yeah, but not fast enough. Monet already into this Roche, and even if you silence him, he'll be back for the last word. With that Aegis second life granted to him. It should be them getting ready to push for the high ground, but scan comes through. They should know that there is a contest coming through from Team Zero, but do they know where it's coming from? The angle could just catch them off guard. They don't have a split for another 36. That is a lot of their teamfight potential out of the question. Nothing to say. He'll walk over here and show himself. But it's too late. The Aegis gets found. Boboka on the back line. Cleaned up, but he paused for support for the Aegis. Not too bad, but if you can find more, suddenly things get a lot better. The Kunkka just gonna go down. They commit the egg as well as the roll. Gonna try and go for more here. The song stops X Nova at its tracks, but they don't know. They have no idea. They gotta maybe see the animation here, but they know there's no vision in the area, so they give up on that. And it'll be a 2 for Aegis trade here. I think that's not too bad.
No, I think that IG, though, they're kind of in a position now that once they respawn, especially with that Aegis, they can start making a move.
Overgrowth coming through. They want to set the kills up for Monet. Look at ZZQ first. He can't really decide which support he wants to go for though. Gonna change it to the Phoenix and dive right after him. Finishing off Ice Ice in the tree line. That should be a freebie. But the Pugna walks free. So, I mean, you commit the Overgrowth, you get something back. And Monet, he's still completely untouched this game. 4-0-1.
Yeah, there is a little bit of an opening now for IG though. 80 seconds without the song and 30 seconds without the roll. Don't think you're going to make any sort of moves without the roll, but Or, well, the roll is down, but that Song of the Siren, you know, that's pretty significant. As well as the egg. They're not going to be up for another 50 seconds. Might be able to get 1, maybe 2 tier 2 towers.
We'll try and get things done here. Keep pushing on the pressure. They don't want to give this Naga too much room to work. CTY. Orchid already.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And now looking towards the heart, right? And once the heart comes on, yeah, you have the magic damage, yeah, you have the radiance. They might miss, but they are very, very hard to kill.
Yeah, they don't get instantly cleared by the Storm Ruling anymore either. I think at that point they have a little bit too much HP.
They'll try and keep poking and prodding and burning the mana though. Nothing to say. They need to be careful about this Kunkka. The setup for him is so easy. Meanwhile, sideline. They full commit Bedlam onto some illusions. Bobaka feeling a bit pressured there. Has a second Mitre. Has a Mitre. So you're right. 1, 2, 3, 4 right now.
Radiant structures.
It's the magic number.
Yeah.
Midas quad.
Okay, look. IG, all things considered, even though it feels like they're very far ahead, gold-wise, Team Zero are keeping pretty neck and neck with them as ZZQ unfortunately gets caught out here. Not really any options for him to get out of this situation. He's gonna accept his fate. The Tormentor could be up for grabs if they choose to commit for it, but oh, Beyond. He has an Aghanim Scepter. He could just stand there and deliver the Sunray, but they pull him straight back. It's a lot of damage going the way of IG, but nothing that they can't just straight up tank through. The help of that Treant Protector, Living Armor, and the Leech Seed. They'll be just fine. The Tormentor for JT allow him to end that Primal Split early, if they so choose. Just TP back to deal with this split push coming out from the annoying Naga Siren.
You know, Monet is getting to a point where when he gets his level 20, he's going to be doing a lot of damage with that Silver's Edge completed. He's critting for about 500 damage, so big chunks of health from these illusions from these heroes are going to go down very quickly because of that Silver's Edge crit and that waveform attack damage.
Yeah, the break on the Bristleback. He's got it. And it's going to be real rough. There's something flying out to him on the courier though. Is that just him bringing it to himself? No. It's flying back. But I was like, man, does he have a Satanic already? That'd be insane. Nothing to say. Managing to get out of that situation. Tidal Wave pushing them back. He'll be just fine here.
A nice clean disengage. And look at all the space this is making. Team Zero, they've got 5 heroes down here right now, but they're not getting anything out of this. Sure, they're getting like the Ancients. Oh, yay. You know, you're farming on your side of the map.
You
Good
finally.
job,
it only took you 25 minutes. The entire earlier part of the game. That territory wasn't yours for sure.
With the last little chunk of this Aegis, Monet should feel obliged to take out this last tier 2 tower with 30 seconds left. Instead, pings the high ground. Monet, next Nova, just the 2 of them. They can make it if they try.
Not so much against the Rolling Thunder, but Overgrowth right on time. They can make it, and they most definitely tried, and now they're trying for the high ground. Here comes EZQ all alone. My brother, what is you doing? He just gets wiped out, gives another freebie. Pugnas and giving themselves over for free. Name a more iconic duo that's been across our game so far. And now Aegis or not, can't help but feel like Monet is going to be very confident walking into this Bristleback, breaking him up, now going forward. No worry for the Quills and Ice. You're diving through, but you just get wiped out. Welcome to the water park. Nothing to say, double kill. And just a complete fumble. Team Zero over the past 30 seconds. What's going on?
That's what I like to call the old walk in and die strategy. Very strong in the Herald to Ancient region. Less likely to see it at the Divine to Immortal times, but ooh, reminds me of my pubs, and I don't know if that's a good thing.
Hey, Crash, this is the first time I'm seeing it in a pro game. I don't know what you're talking. That was so strange. I mean, the first pick off, that was just nice execution from IG, right? I don't think he expected the Silver Edge. 70 gets caught with his pants down, but then ZZQ suddenly comes in, thinks he's a hero, and you know, I mean, he kind of seems to have goldfish memory here, forgets what has happened to him the past 20 minutes. He's just been an easy kill for them. 1, 7, and 6, unfortunately, and still maintaining a perfect Monet Morphling game here. The rest of the cores as well, close to perfect, just suffering 1 death each.
Naga Siren is more farmed than Morphling, but I feel like Morphling is doing a lot more with the net worth than the Naga Siren is.
Yeah. I mean, that's the
Right,
story of the Naga Siren, right? To be honest, like,
Yeah.
that's always going to be the case. The Naga Siren uses net worth in a very unorthodox way, in splitting the map, in getting these side sort of skirmishes. It's kind of the same as the Lone Druid, where she doesn't necessarily excel in the team fight. Yeah, it'll be very annoying for them to deal with though, but yeah, Monet morphing into the Naga, summoning illusions of his own. If you can't beat him, join him, right?
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Morphling is almost a fish person, right? A little bit of water, a little bit of fish, right? Fish and water. That's the same thing, right?
I wouldn't.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm cooking, dude. Let me cook.
Okay. Well,
No,
you
I'm
can.
right. I'm right and you're wrong.
Okay, you can stay in the kitchen. I'll keep watching this game. Monet straight
Sounds
up to
good.
the high ground. 11k net worth now. It's been pretty even Stevens for most of this game in terms of the net worth disparity, but the map aggression and positioning and the amount of pressure they've been able to put out a very, very different story. IG, I think this is what everyone expected here. Quite a show of dominance across their cause.
Courier has been killed.
I thought JT just kept getting illusion runes. I didn't even realize he had a Manta style on the Brewmaster.
Ah, yes. Just to get himself out of the silence and the net, which I think is very, very
it's
smart.
Great. It's absolutely a great pickup. And Brewmaster, you know, he's a universal hero now, right? So he benefits from that ultimate orb, benefits from a lot of the stats from that Manta style. So
Yeah.
very good pickup. Working on the AC next, and at that point, it should just be free reign for this high ground.
He's doing his Naga Siren cosplay with the Meta Style Radiance. That's
Yeah.
it's literally, if you can't beat them, join them. They have a Meta Illusions on the Naga. They got Morphling morphing into her. They got Brewmaster building Radiance, pulling back 70, forcing the roll up out. He has the gem, so he will be a prime target for IG. The pickup, deny that vision clearance potential. I mean, right now, they can't even set foot outside their base to kill these wards, so it's not really getting much value now.
Oh, it's a fast Roshan too. 18 seconds and the big man is up.
Oh dear.
Team Zero, they've got to smoke out.
I don't think... Okay, IG don't know yet, but neither do Team Zero. And they're going to start it with a two-man smoke. Running forward, trying to re-establish vision in this triangle. Seeming to know that IG have backed up, perhaps to check the Roche pit. The lines are drawn, the arrow is there, and take a look at that. X-Nova makes the call as well. This is where we want to take engagement. Let's take the fight there. Oh, the scan connects on them perfectly. They know where they're coming from. But the vision already set up. ZZQ beat him to the punch there, and this cliff ward could determine everything. Try creeping forward here. JT gotta get spotted out. The smoke gets broken. This could be the engagement that ends the fight here. Team Zero, they need to be so careful how they approach this. The Manta not available, but the split is still out. Crushing most of those Naga Siren illusions, and now they're out to CTY. He's in trouble, gets the song off, but Monet in the BKB, just beating him down, trying to chase him down. ZZQ with the heal, and JT with the Earth Panda, able to still stun out the Naga. Here comes 70 with the Rolling Thunder, holding him in place for now, and the Naga Siren, she needs to run away, but the Torrent Storm catches her. They're still on her with the Brewlings. They're hunting her down, and they take her out. Monet gets that kill, and sure, you lose the partner, and you lose the Naga, and you don't really have much else. I really am not sure how you were planning to take that fight. It was a good attempt there from Team Zero, but they just get keeled over completely. IG decimate them from start to finish.
This is the IG that I think myself and everyone have been looking to see. This is it right here. 23-7, IG kind of showing the prowess here in this game. And Team Zero just kind of been left